Darkside made this?
This the rant of the real. Everybody telling lies, the truth first, so it's fuck how they do feel. Or you for real? Man, put that on your mama, you a gangster and you got more shit for real. This the rant of the real. Everybody telling lies, the truth first, so it's fuck how they do feel. Or you for real? Man, put that on your mama, you a gangster and you got more shit for real.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Rant to the Real, the power real niggas get on here and rant. This is the #1 podcast in the top 50. No need to look that up. Google is wrong. They're stealing your data right now. I would not trust them. I am your host, Uncle Trav, the hardest working in the world. Now let's start your day off with eggs, bacon vibes, and I bring you nothing but immaculate vibes. It's an amazing day, you guys. I think this is day 2 of no rain. Day 2 of no rain. Last couple weeks it's been raining, and it's been a real Debbie Downer, yo. The rain just kind of like killed all the energy. And it sucks because it only rains on my day off. It doesn't rain while I'm working. Well, sometimes. But I think last week it rained the entire week I worked, and then 2 of my 3 days off. So 1 day with no rain. And yesterday, which was I was supposed to work, but I didn't. So I think we rained day number 3. Anyways, fuck the rain. We got real things to talk about today. Real politically today. We're getting real down and gritty. We gotta talk about the current world state and what's going on. Don't know if you've been watching your news, but I have, and I'm gonna give you the daily dose of it. Shout out to those boys and girls over on patreon.com/rant to the real. If you want to support me and help me get a new camera. I appreciate everything you guys do and continue to do, and I love each and every one of you. And even those that can't subscribe, give it a like, give it a comment. If you're not already following, hit the follow. That does just as much good, because it'll still help me get my camera. We will get there one way or another. We will get there one way or another. Have you guys been following the prison escape? The Big Ten or whatever they called them, the dudes that broke out of the Louisiana jail? Those guys, quite crafty, I'll give you that. Like, to escape through a hole in the toilet, or a hole in the wall behind the toilet, quite crafty. And then to squeeze through those little tiny bars, okay. Obviously the big guys ain't going. That's only the little dudes. And then to actually get out of a jail in general and have the upper hand for quite some time. Very impressive. Like, you gotta commend the level of creativity? Whatever. You gotta commend it, right? Like, they got out. How many people in history have there been, like, escapes? Like, is the number that high or is it low? And then again, from what this sounds like just a jail. Doesn't sound like it's a prison. Don't get me wrong, it's still supposed to be secure, but it doesn't seem like this is a super tight facility, if you know what I mean. Well, they got out, and they had an 8-hour head start. Here's my problem with these idiots. Like, if you escape, right, let's say you don't really have a super crazy plan, why would you stay in this city that they're looking for you in? Like, you really think that you're that inconspicuous to where they won't find you? You really think you just turned on incognito mode and you just gonna blend in with the rest of the people out there? No. They're gonna find you. And they're gonna get you. And then the crazy thing is, the people that got caught were like, you did it to yourself. Niggas had no plan, no money, no nothing. Just did it to yourself. The one dude, the first guy that got caught, he went to the hood, hanging out with his homies. He's out there drinking and smoking and shit. He go on Instagram Live. Caught. Gotcha, bitch. Like, and then tried to hide under a car. Like, bro, you think they don't know? What made you think that you could go on live, taunt these people, and you was just gonna go back home or wherever it was you planned on going? Caught. One nigga turned himself in to try to get the reward money so he can get it put on his books. Why did you think they were gonna reward you for turning yourself in? Like, I need you to break this shit down. Where is the logic in this? What in your mind said, yeah, I'm gonna do that. They'll never catch me. They'll never get on. They'll pay me my $5K, and then I just had that in commissary. No. If you truly wanted the money for those reasons, you should have asked someone in your family to turn you in, and then use the money. Then there was the other dude was caught in bed. His baby mom snitched on him. She gave up the loan. She actually might get the money. People, what are we doing here, y'all? If you're gonna go on the run, you gotta go on the run. You gotta shave dreads, shave eyebrows, shave beard. You gotta go bald. You gotta go bald, man. You gotta get some cool aviator shades. You gotta get out the city. You need to get out of that state, but you really gotta get out of that city. It don't matter if you don't know nobody. You on the run. You don't need to know anybody on the run. There's been plenty of people who've been on the run for years, and they just understand you're going to live a very minimalistic life. You're going to work under the table for scraps. It's going to be rough. You ain't going to be treated good. But you're free. You made it out. These niggas don't see it that way. They saw it as, oh, let me go hang out with my friends. Let me catch up. Move and groove. They got video camera footage of these niggas walking around downtown, whatever. And the charges on these niggas is something serious. Like, you niggas got kidnapping, murder, attempted murder, just a plethora of crazy charges, yo. Maybe you guys should be behind that wall. And you know what's crazy is some of you might be able to fight it. I don't know if y'all went to court yet or not. But some of y'all probably could have fought these cases. You could have done a little bit better. But they're never going to let y'all out now. You escaped the jail? You made a mockery of them? You even put how you escaped, which is crazy because I'd at least made them work for it. Yeah, they saw me, fuck with the door, and then we all dipped, but hell no, I wouldn't have put too easy after they spelled it wrong and used incorrect grammar, which is insane. Put, mocking the people on the wall, and then didn't even put the toilet back. I'd at least put it against the wall. I'd have made them scratch their head trying to figure out how the fuck I got out that room. Gave us more time to figure it out, but no. You idiot ass niggas. Yo, then the one nigga got caught sleeping at the bus stop because he wouldn't wake up when the nigga tried to wake him up. Crazy. Just certifiably crazy. There's still 5 of them niggas. I think it's 5 or 4 of them still out there. Seem like them the only ones that figured out the formula. I mean, I don't think there's 3 of them that was seen walking downtown, so they obviously ain't smart. They're just elusive right now. Niggas ain't shaved, though. Like, that's the part that's killing me. Like, shave, nigga. Cut your hair. That was horrible criminals. That's why I got caught the first time. Gotta be smarter than this. Gotta be smarter than this, yo. Like, how you escape out of jail with nothing, just, and then even winging it. You just didn't, criminal 101, change your appearance, find a way to get low very fast. Like, come on, man. Sleeping at the bus stop, hanging with the homies is not getting low fast. Hell, you didn't learn from the nigga that shot the dude, the big farmer dude. He shot the nigga and was in PA the next day. He came to New York City, smoked the nigga, and then went to PA. Y'all escaped out of prison and stayed? No. No. No, 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 no. No. Not a thing. I think I've talked about this before, but I'm starting to see it a whole lot more. Buy now, pay later is probably the worst thing anyone could get involved in. Like, I understand people look at it as a consciously, like, guilty-free way to spend money they know they shouldn't spend. And don't get me wrong, I have also felt the same thoughts. Like, oh, well, you know, if I break it up into 10 payments or, 4 or 5 payments of $30, that's better than paying the whole $300-400 or whatever the thing is. That math is not right, but I don't care. You just look at it as a way, it just justifies a way to do it, right? It sounds better to do it in increments than to do it all at once. And yes, on paper. But these people are really gouging you guys. And I think they're trying to slip that into being the new normal. That might eventually end up being the number one way to pay. If you ever, like, try to buy something, if you look at how, like, predatory the buy now, pay later system is. Prime example, if you go on Apple's website and you want to buy something, click anything, hit buy. Choose the model you want, select it, right? Highlighted in blue is finance. The first thing that pops up is pay monthly for $83. Because I just did it. I'm looking at a 13-inch MacBook Air. I was just clicking shit. That's the first thing that pops up, and it's in blue highlighted letters, and there's this little thing that goes around it. And then off to the side is, you can buy it in full. Here's the problem. These companies want you to default on the loan. They want you to miss a payment. I understand that 0 APR is only short time frame. Who does this a lot? Rent-A-Center Errands, they do that quite a bit. If you actually read the terms and conditions, which I know you niggas don't read, and that's why they put it in your face like that. My mom used to drill that a lot. Read. And then, like, if you actually just say, all right, cool, let me read it, you'd be like, oh, no, this is a horrible deal. So when they tell you, oh, yeah, you can have this couch for $500 at, I don't know, let's say $8 a month, or every 2 weeks, you can have this couch for $500. Yeah, that's for a time frame, though. The problem is you're not going to hit that $500 paying them $8 every 2 weeks. So they purposely want you to use the full allotted time they give you. So, yeah, they give you 36 weeks, 36 months, and you pay them $8 every 2 weeks. But that $500 is only for 6 months. You got 36. See the problem? And a lot of times with those companies, especially Best Buy, they have like they have 2 or 3 different prices. There's the if you pay it off early, there's the if you pay it off close to the date, and then there's like the full price if you don't pay it off. The APR is a motherfucker, yo. Buy now, pay later is a horrible idea. Like, don't get me wrong, if you're using it to like fix your credit, and that's a way to get your credit right, then 100% get your credit right. But most of these companies don't actually fix your credit, they'll fuck your credit. Klarna, Afterpay, those people aren't helping your credit at all. The minute you don't pay them, they're going to go straight to the bank and be like, nah, this nigga ain't paying me. You're going to default on your loan. You're going to get hit with a late fee. You're going to get hit with the late fee plus a percentage. It's one of them that hits you with the late fee and a 13% interest on that missed payment or something like that. So now your $8 payment is late fee plus interest. Keep missing the motherfuckers and the shit snowballs. Adds up. They find ways to legally do shit. Or it might be legal in the state that they're in. And since that company is based off that state, it doesn't matter the state that you're in. It matters the state that they're in. I also learned that too. That's not just what those services. That's what a lot of different companies, like, if you ever notice, like rental companies are always based on one place. Or like toys and shit are based off one place. So that way when you sue them or try to have an issue with them, you have to go to court where they are. You have to play in their playground versus yours. Because maybe New York State says, nah, we can't let that shit slide. North Carolina's probably like, what we do. But no, the buy now, pay later is a terrible, terrible tool. It sounds cool. It sounds good. But at the core, it's not good. Like, I understand. Unless you have the money and you just want to, slowly pay over time, then sure. But if you truly don't even have the money, I wouldn't even fuck with it. Because, like, what if your check's short? Now you still have this $50 obligation that you have to pay. And you could say, screw it, don't get me wrong. You could say, fuck it, I don't care. It's just going to bite you in the ass later. And you don't want that. That's horrible. Klarna won't even lend money out right now. They're not accepting new people. They are $126 million in the hole from debt that they have given out to y'all. For people that's like, nah, we ain't paying. I looked those numbers up yesterday. Trust me. Y'all are in the hole. I don't owe Klarna anything. I did the buy now, pay later thing for a little bit because I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. This seems cool. Yeah. No, it is, but it's a very predatory system. And once I got free from them, I just never did it again. Now, mind you, most of my purchases weren't really that expensive. They were like $200-$300 purchases, broken into 4 payments. So, like, it sounds good, but no. Because I thought at the same time, it's the same thing I just told you. It's like, all right, I pay the $50 here. I pay the $50 there. And then let's say next check rolls in, and I'm like, fuck, I don't really have that 50 to spare now. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I wasn't thinking about the future. I was thinking about right now. I now can't do the future thing because I got to still take care of the past thing. I got to pay this $50. I can't miss this payment. Then you still got one more payment left. You still ain't free. Because usually around payment 3 or 4 is when you be like, God damn. I'm tired of this noose around my neck, yo. I need to be 100% free. Now, mind you, I'm not talking shit about you guys, and I don't have these issues and debts. Listen, I got them too. I still owe a firm like $300. I could easily knock that out. But you know what? They already got me. I'm going to pay them their money. Actually, I'm probably going to pay them off early because I don't really want to keep paying them another, what would that be like, 6 months? 3 months? No, that'd be like 6 months. No, 3 months. 3 months, yeah. True. No, I was right the first time. It's 600. 6 months. No. Gotta get them off there, yo. Told you, we all fell for it at one point, but we can't keep falling for these same traps and tricks. They got this shit on DoorDash, yo. I know I said that before. That shit is on DoorDash. Do not do buy now, pay later on DoorDash. You should not be eating out if you got to get a loan to do it. That is certifiably insane. You got to take a loan to eat? No, you got shit in the fridge. And if you don't, go find the free food that's out there in your city. How are you doing a buy now, pay later for $50? Or you getting like a seafood boil or some shit? Like you just buying shit you don't even normally eat on a regular because you can't afford to eat it on a regular. Don't do that shit. That is terrible. Like, of all the worst money management ideas out there, buy now, pay later for fast food or delivered food is insane. That's how you know that these companies think y'all fucking dummies and they can get you out your money. Because imagine defaulting on your $30 Denny's. Now you got to pay a 36% APR on that. Hell no. Hell no. They're trying to get you out. Don't let them. Don't let them. I don't know if y'all noticed, but your boy Trump just be saying shit. You ever notice his first presidential election, he was like totally against receiving gifts and being have anything to do with, considered enemies and people that are against this country. Y'all never noticed that? He had a debate with Hillary where he was like, if they give us money, send it back. We don't want it. Give it to the people. Typical shit you gotta say what you need to say. Well, this election, this year, this month, Trump gets a plane from Qatar, however you pronounce some fucking people's name. They give him a plane. It was a $400 million jet. Just a gift to the Secretary, to the Defense. A free gift. The crazy part is they just dumped it on the next chump that'd take it. Because they had this plane, they were trying to sell it, couldn't get rid of this shit. So they said, you know what? Take it, Trump. And this nigga said, yeah. And then people are like, yo, why are you taking this plane, bro? What's up with you? We don't need this. This is a good gift. It's a free gift. We'd be fools not to turn it down. Or not to accept it. Bro, 4 years ago, or 8 years ago, you said, turn shit down. We don't need gifts from nobody. Now all of a sudden you taking gifts from enemies and shit. What are we doing here, y'all? They said they painted red, white, and blue like the American flag. Is he gonna use this as like the next Air Force One? Like, this doesn't benefit the people at all. Cause like niggas ain't gonna sell this. This isn't gonna be an American airline. This isn't a plane that the people can ride. Like imagine, Qatar gave us this free plane, right? And then we use that free plane to give, I don't know, maybe free rides places. Like that one plane, whenever it's available, is the free plane somewhere. Just a gamble. Random gamble, That one plane just rides for free. And then with the money made from gouging people with the other planes, just use that to repair it and fuel it. Crazy idea. Probably won't work. But, there's options. Hell, they're putting in standing seats for people to fly on planes for cheaper options and more space. You gotta be a next level dickhead to buy that seat. Like, I understand times is hard and they ain't getting no easier. And I've been looking at plane tickets, don't get me wrong. I have seen the prices. And that's just to sit in economy, shoulder to shoulder, with someone you don't know, probably gonna be rough sitting next to them. You ain't getting the best food if there is food. Listen, I have seen these prices. Hell, you know what's crazy is the plane ticket costs more than the place you're going. I've been heavily looking into going to like Thailand and Manila and the Philippines. I've been looking at this other place that's in India. I can't think of Bali. Yo, I've been looking at all these nice ass countries, yo. It costs damn near $3,000 to get there and back, right? It costs $500 for a hotel and food for a week, with 3 free nights. Shit is crazy, yo. The plane to get there costs more than the experience to be there. Ain't really no other way there. Let's take a boat. Who about to be on a boat? Not me. I don't even think a boat goes there. Like, I don't know if that. I think that's just some white rich people shit where you just pay a boat to take you there. And the way these waters are infested with people that don't want you alive, no, I don't think I would do that. It's not for me. The idea of a carnival just doesn't entice me, like the being on a boat in the middle of the ocean for however long carnival cruises last. It doesn't seem like a fun time to me, because like, what do you do after day 2? Like, haven't you done it all, or at least all that you were enticed to do? Like, don't get me wrong, being drunk in the middle of the ocean sounds pretty cool, but how long though? And then I was looking at cruises too, which is crazy. The prices on those things are insane. But then it's the shit to do. Like, I thought when you get the cruise, you could just do all this stuff. No. You want to eat the better food instead of the buffet food, you got to pay for that. You want to have drinks, not even like, we thought you were talking alcohol. You want to drink a beverage, you got to pay for that. You want to get off the boat and, go step on land in the Bahamas and do shit, you got to pay for that. It's insane. You want to go to the nightclub, you got to pay for that. Why isn't it just wrapped into the price? Why not just tell me, hey, this whole trip with all this shit, $3,000, versus, hey, you can get on this boat for $300. You ain't gonna be able to do shit, but you can get on it. Nah, that is insane, yo. That is insane. But no, standing seats on a plane is just crazy because, like I said, times is hard. They ain't getting no easier. Don't buy them seats. Make them people regret putting them shits in. But I know there's going to be some person who's like, oh, I'm only fine 3 hours. I can stand. Okay. I question the safety of these seats. Because, like, it looks like you kind of just sit in them. Like, it's a quarter sit. Like, just enough to put your butt in. But are you buckled in the entire time? And, like, are these seats only for a short distance? Or do they, like, if you get a 34-hour flight somewhere, like, do you have to stand for 34 hours? Like, I'm lost. How do those seats specifically work? I understand it's a new thing, and it's a work in progress. Got to iron out the kinks, but that's insane. I'm not getting standing. Yo, standing seats though, like, no. Don't pay for them shits. Make them people regret that. Did y'all see them Korean people in North Korea? But they was showing, like, all the weird tricks and shit that they could do for, I'm assuming, our higher up military officials. These were a Korean army. They were just hitting each other with, like, concrete bricks. They're, like, putting their hands down on the bricks, getting hit with hammers and breaking the bricks. The one dude laid down on broken glass and on a bed of nails. They put a concrete slab on his chest, and then they hit it with a hammer. I'm lost as to what the purpose of this was. Like, they was doing all these backflips and acrobatic shit, and why? What was the purpose in doing all of that? Like, I guess it proves you're a strong man. Like, oh, not even, like, you can take pain. That's really what it is. I wouldn't consider the ability to take pain, like that level of masochism, for strong. Like, you have a high pain intolerance. Like, what are the people that, like, those weird serial killers and shit like that, that, like, whip themselves and shit, they hit themselves with, like, that's not really strength. That's just a mental instability. Like, you're able to override the fact that this shit hurt, and you just pretend like, oh, it don't hurt. Like, don't get me wrong, people probably still feel that shit. Like, this shit kind of hurt. It's just over time they just found a way to be comfortable with it, but it's still masochism. It's still sadistic as hell. I don't. Is it masochism? Make sure I'm saying this right. Yeah. Someone who experiences sexual arousal or pain through activities that involve pain, or pleasure through activities that involve pain, humiliation, or abuse, either given or received. This is just an army full of masochists. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Hitting each other with concrete bricks and glass bottles. And like, okay, but what does that do in war? Like, I know I got a bunch of military buffs out there that'll get all fucking horny and explain the shit to me. What about that is appealing or cool? Like, I'm lost. Break this shit down. Because how does that help you win a fight? You know, like, you're in the middle of a conflict. Shit happens. Oh, that guy can get hit with nails. That guy is used to being poked with glass. Or they get bricks thrown at them during training. Cool. But when there's like bullets, bombs flying, does that like lessen the pain so you don't die in pain? Like, I'm lost. So what is the point? You know, what does that do? Like, is it just a mental thing? So it just like makes you mentally focused and sharp, or is it like to keep you from cracking under pressure when you get kidnapped or something? Like, I don't understand the purpose of that. I'm lost on that one, y'all. Okay, like you can take a lot of pain. Awesome. And then I feel like that pain is very specific to that area that you were working on. Is it the whole body, or is it just that one hand you've been hitting with a hammer and now it's used to it? Because like if you hit your left hand with a hammer for, I guess, a year, yeah, it probably won't hurt after a while. But if you hit your right hand with that hammer, will it hurt? Probably. Or if you're just used to laying on like glass and nails on your back, do you still feel that same intolerance on your stomach? I'm a little lost on the purpose in that. Very, very lost. Yeah, someone's got to break that down to me. I don't know. I do not know. I do know that a lot of these wars are ending. Did you know that? A lot of people are finally, a lot of the warring parties are finally coming to an agreement, meeting in the middle. I don't think the Gaza-Israel pause is going to be for very long. Right now they're paused. They aren't currently going at each other right now, but I don't think that'll last for very long. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't want to see the war continue to happen. I don't want to see all these innocent people that have to like deal with this, but I don't foresee the pause being a long-term thing. I always truly wondered, like, if your country is currently at war, being bombed, or whatever the case may be, like, do you still have to go to work? Like, will the job forgive you if you just don't show up? Or, like, is it okay? I understand, like, your well-being is more important. Don't get me wrong. Fuck that job. But, like, where does the... Well, yeah, we were going through some shit, start and stop. Or when Ukraine was, like, actively getting bombed and stuff like that, and there were, like, gunfights in the middle of the street, were there still people... There were still people going to work, don't get me wrong. Like, there's a lot of, like, EMS and police and shit like that was going to work, and the nurses, stuff like that. But, like, what happens if you just don't go? What if you choose self-preservation over, I don't know, what, helping? Do you get in trouble for it? Do you lose your job? Like, what is the deal? Like, I know a lot of people who are like, who won't stop the job. They'll keep going. And I commend those people. I know me personally, I don't give a fuck. I'm not going at all. I don't give a fuck what y'all going through. I won't be going through it with you. I will be where it is not happening. And I know a lot of people look at me like, oh, that's not helpful. That's a terrible mindset. Don't give a fuck. Self-preservation. I know I wouldn't be going. But I wonder, like, do you still keep your job? Do you still have to go to work? Well, like, there's been a conflict, so you haven't paid your car note or RG&E in like 7 months. Do you lose those things? Will, like, the company still be coming after you because you ain't make your payment? Oh, that's truly a question I want to know. Like, is everything paused for a minute? Will you actually lose your job because you didn't go? Things truly interest me. And then, like, let's say hell is raining loose, active violence going on from an invading country. Is there looting? Like, are the people who live there still like, I'm gonna go steal Jim's shit real quick? Does that go on? I know these are crazy thoughts, but I fucking want to know. Hell, when the Palisades were burning down, people were looting. Don't get me wrong. You can't compare apples to oranges. Those are two totally different things. Like, they're not the same. I 100% understand. I just want to know, like, horrible shit is happening. Do you got to go to work? Will you lose the stuff you were used to having? And are people looting and stealing? So I don't know. But all right, y'all. Let's call it a day. Let's wrap it up. Let's end it here. Got to get to the gym. Haven't been in 2 days. I need to go. So we're going to call it a day. We're going to wrap it up. But as the world keeps turning and burning, as the lies keep spilling out, as the people keep trying to rob you out your money, I will be here to report it all and tell y'all don't fall for it. Keep your gold doubloons. As long as the world keeps turning and burning, I'll keep reporting it. Tune in next week, y'all.